Hello. Hopefully this is working. Just gonna give it a couple of moments to have a few people. Oh, fantastic, we have people joining. Great. So delighted to be coming to you guys live today with a little Q&A. We've had some fantastic questions sent in. Hopefully we'll get some live ones here as we go that I'll be more than happy to answer. Hello. Hi, Jerry. Loved y'all in San Antonio. Oh my goodness, thank you so much. Love San Antonio. Honestly, one of my favorite places in the US. Absolutely incredible. Hi, everyone. Hi, Felix. Oh, I'm so delighted so many of you have been able to join live in the flesh. Well, not in the flesh, but in the metaverse. Hello from Wisconsin. Oh, I'm so delighted to see so many of you joining from Tralee. Woo! Come on, Ireland. I will kick off with some questions that we've been sent in, and I'll definitely pop back to some of the live questions here as I go. But my first one here is from Reed, and that was a question on Facebook that was sent in saying, being on the road for such a long periods, do you ever get a few days off totally free from a schedule? And we do. We are very fortunate to have Mondays are usually our day off. Sometimes that can change depending on the schedule for the week or the theatre days and everything like that. So Mondays are usually our days off when we genuinely do our best to try and see as much of the place where we're in at any given time. Do lots of sightseeing. We've had some fantastic days off. Also the mornings before we get into sound check, we do our best to kind of get up as early as possible and see what the city has to offer. We've had some amazing experiences so far. We got to explore Memphis, went to Graceland, we got to see a Rolling Stones concert. So yeah, we make the most of it as much as we can. And it's always nice to kind of find a bit of balance between kind of coming into the theatre and then also just seeing the sights around the place. So it's great. Another Facebook question from Arnold asked, how do you take care of your voices? This is one that I'm often asked, and it's not a small feat, I will say, especially with the amount of travel that we do. And the one thing that I think is a non-negotiable for me is sleep. That is the one thing that will tire my voice quicker than anything else. Drinking lots of water, as much sleep as possible, honey, lemon, apple cider vinegar, I swear by those, ginger. We have our own steamers and everything like that. I remember seeing a question somewhere along the way, someone asking what steaming your voice is, and it's this bell-like contraption where you put boiling water in and you basically breathe in the steam and it reaches your vocal cords to kind of hydrate them and keep them healthy as possible. But yeah, and you do build up stamina when you're kind of on the road for this long and doing shows day in, day out. It's like a muscle. You build up the stamina for it, for sure. Let me check some of these ones here. Love from Germany. Woo! Can't wait for Sunday's show. Oh, we're coming into our last week of shows. It's wild to think of. We started off being like, how do we have 3.5 months ahead of us? And now we're on our 9th last show, which is insane. Will you be coming to Southern California? We just left California. Absolutely love the West Coast. Stunning. Okay, I'm going to pop back to some of these questions here just so you're not staring at my deer in the headlight face. So I'm going to pop to an Instagram question here from Jess, who has asked, what's your favourite song from the 20th anniversary album? I absolutely love A Storm of Cree. The moment I heard it, I was just completely blown away by, I suppose, how deep of a song it is, and also Brian Byrne's arrangement of it is just magical, and I really just felt like I could get my teeth into it and kind of really make it my own, and it's something that I'm quite proud of, which is not the easiest thing to say, I think, as any performer. We're always quite self-critical, but I absolutely love the new arrangement for Dúlaman, our new single, I Know My Love. The upbeat ones are always extremely fun to perform live as well. You can just see people in the audience kind of getting on board and reacting, and we have lots of fun on stage as well. Love dancing and singing. It's always kind of just brings a new energy to it. Amy asked from Instagram, how do you like doing the lower harmonies on this tour? You know what? I love it. And I was so nervous to, I suppose, have this new challenge ahead of me for this tour. My training has always been in that kind of soprano range, so it really has pushed me outside of my comfort zone, but has also allowed me to kind of discover parts of my voice that I had never used before. And yeah, it's been a really kind of enjoyable experience getting to kind of find new parts of my voice and connect to that side of things as well. So it's been amazing. And I love doing both. I always have loved singing kind of the higher range stuff as well, but it feels real kind of earthy to get down into those lower notes too. Popped out here. Jennifer on Instagram has asked, are you going to gamble while at Match Casino? I would say I am a very beginner gambler. It has never been something that I've given much attention to. However, I did do my first red and black gamble experience. Where was that? Oh, I'm trying to think of the casino. And I said I'd part ways with $20, and I got $40 back. So that was a fantastic experience, but I'm happy to park it and leave it there. So I don't think so, despite having had a good experience so far. Let me just pop on here. Oh, girl more, Katrina. Sending so much love to everyone back at home. What has been your favourite dress you've worn so far? Ooh, that's a tough one. I absolutely loved my symphony dress, just gone. A beautiful black dress with like a big bow on it. It was just, if I could wear that kind of every day, right now I would. I also have an attachment. I've seen videos recently of the Postcards from Ireland tour that we did, and I've said this before, but there was this wild looking green velvet cloak that I loved. It was very warm, however. I think that will be your signature song for the group. Thank you so much. Oh, lots of love for Storm McCree. Thank you, guys. Cool, I'm going to pop back to these ones again. So this is from Ashley on Facebook. Do any of you speak fluent Irish? If you do, how did you learn? Also, what are each of your favourite artists or bands that you listen to the most? So I am fluent in Irish. I believe Emma also is fluent in Irish. And we all would have grown up learning it in school. I actually attended an all Irish speaking primary and secondary school, so I would have done all of my subjects through Irish, which sounds a bit mad, but when you're kind of in the environment of it, it is like second nature. So we would have done biology through Irish, French through Irish, so you're kind of speaking it day in day out and it just becomes second nature. In terms of our favourite artists or bands, I think it kind of varies kind of season to season. At the moment I'm loving listening to Irish artists like the Ollum, and I'll just kind of keep things on repeat like that. Musical theatre has always been held a special place in my heart, so I do love listening to soundtracks of musicals such as Hadestown, and I'm trying to think what else I'm currently listening to. I'd have to check on my most recent Mark on Facebook has asked, what is an average day like for the ladies when you were on tour? So on an average day, we will do our best to kind of get up as early as physically possible. We do get tired, so sometimes sleep will take precedent, but we would get up at a certain time. Many of us like to do a little bit of exercise just to kind of get the body prepared for the show that evening, and it's always nice to start off that way. And then kind of get out and see as much of the city as possible, or wherever we are. My morning will often involve trying to find a coffee shop to start the day. We are then in sound check from 4 p.m. We will start hair and makeup a little bit before that, so we check out from our hotels at roughly 2 p.m, get to the theatre, and kind of everything starts from there. So between hair and makeup, sound check, we will have dinner at the theatre, and we've been so lucky to have some gorgeous catering along the way, so we will do that. And then we often have meet and greet, which will happen just before the show for roughly a half an hour, and we get to meet some of the lovely fans, which is always such a joy. And then the show kicks off. Once the show kicks off and we are off stage, then we're back on the buses, travelling on to the next state or city. And often we will either get in middle of the night and move from the bus into the hotel room. Sometimes we won't get in until the next morning, so we'll just stay the night on the bus. It will just depend how far the journey is. Just going to pop back to these questions. What song would you sing if you could pick any that you haven't yet? This is probably a cop-out answer, but I have always loved The Voice. I just think it's such an epic song. So stunning. Also have always loved Fields of Gold, but honestly the two songs that I'm singing on this tour, A Storm of Korea and Caledonia would always have been one that I would have picked, that I would have loved to have sang on stage. So it's kind of like a pinch me moment, and I feel like each night when I get to introduce Caledonia, there's always such a wonderful reaction from the audiences, because of course they've been with Celtic Woman from the early days and may have known Lisa Kelly and Susan McFadden performing that one. So it's an honour to get to join that lineage. Saw you guys in Long Beach. Amazing show. Thank you guys. Someone has said you would be an awesome metal singer. Thank you. I do my best. Do you have a favourite musical? I think I mentioned it there. Hadestown. Also Sunday in the Park with George. Anything Sondheim. Love. How about Irish dance? Our beautiful Emma is the Irish dancing queen of this tour. I love Irish dancing. I think it's the most spectacular thing to witness. Unfortunately, I am not gifted in that department. I would love to see a Muirgen and Mairead duet. Ooh, stay tuned, guys. I also would love to see that. How do you feel singing the CW classic Caledonia? You sang it great in Boston. Thank you so much. Yeah, I touched on that. It's just, that's a song that I have sang my entire life and have always loved. So it's very special to kind of bring it onto this 20-year celebration. I'm going to pop back to some of the questions here from Instagram. Dino, that's the favourite dress, sorry. Joe asked on Instagram, how do you handle the pace and stress of touring? Honestly, we're very lucky to be surrounded by the people that we are surrounded by on and off stage here. It of course is an intense schedule. Yes, we are doing what we love, but it's the people that really make it what it is. And I'm so grateful to the girls, to everyone on stage, to everyone off stage, to everyone behind the scenes, for making it the experience that it is. And, you know, like in any given day in normal life, people will have up days and down days. and it's the people who rally around you to kind of get you through those tougher times that make it all possible. Yeah, and I'm just so grateful to that. It's always hard missing home, so to have a little family when we're away from home ourselves is so important. 7-year-old Lennon from Instagram asked Mom Kylie, when you first joined Celtic Woman, how did you feel? Hello, first of all, Lennon, so lovely to hear from you. I was overwhelmed. That is definitely the highlight word there. It was just something that I had never thought possible for myself. I had always dreamt of being a part of Celtic Woman, but I think a lot of young female performers in Ireland always kind of have that as like a shining star along the way. But for me, I would never have maybe allowed myself to truly believe that it would ever happen. So when it came to fruition, I was just so delighted and overwhelmed, and it has just been an absolute roller coaster and one of the best experiences of my life to date, and long may it continue. So we have another one here from Instagram. A Lillian, I think the name is, from Instagram. What state or city is your favourite on tour? That's tricky because I feel like I visit one place and I'm thinking this place is amazing, and then we visit a new place, and it's as well, it kind of depends on the experience that you have in each place. For example, Houston will always stick out in my mind, having been to see the Rolling Stones there. I actually didn't get to see any of Houston, but it was just such a wonderful time that we had there. We started off in Nashville, so we did get to see a good bit of Nashville, and I was just blown away by it, and the energy around there, the music was just phenomenal. So lots of favourite places. I think as well the theatres dictate kind of my feelings towards them as well. Some beautiful theatres we've been in. The Fox Atlanta I've mentioned before. We were in Portland in Oregon the other day. Another stunning theatre. So yeah, it kind of all depends. So Olivia from Instagram has asked, what are you going to do when you're not on tour, and will you keep in touch with your friends? Absolutely. So when we're not on tour, obviously we're out here for quite a significant amount of time. So when we get back in just over a week now, thankfully we have a little bit of downtime to kind of see family, get our feet back on the ground firmly, absolutely meet up with people. It's there's no way you can kind of go from living in each other's pockets for 3.5 months to kind of not seeing them again. So we're already making plans for the summer to see one another and enjoy each other's company again, and then we'll be gearing up towards the end of the summer again. Lots of exciting things in the pipeline, and of course we're back out in the States for our symphony tour at the end of the year as well. So lots of exciting things to come. Let me pop back to the live chat here. Would you ever record the parting glass in Irish? Ooh, I would absolutely love that. There's something really special about singing in our native tongue. I think growing up as a teenager, certainly speaking fluent Irish, it definitely is something that I took for granted, and I know people in Ireland maybe take for granted. But I think being a part of something like this and being situated abroad for so much of the year, I've never been more grateful to have the Irish language and to be kind of sharing it with the wider world and sharing our culture with the wider world. It's a privilege. It really is. So you guys, last night's show was, someone just said saw you guys last night, and Seattle, they brought it. It was incredible. Hi Emma. Let me just pop down here a bit further. Keep shining bright. Hello from Ireland. Great to see you guys. Cool, I'm going to pop back to some questions here, so I'm once again not staring down the barrel at you. Okay. Claire from Instagram has asked, what advice would you give to the next generation of Irish artists like yourself? Persevere, first of all. This is not an easy business, and there are a lot of knocks along the way. But if you truly, truly want something badly enough and work hard at it, you will get to where you want to be. Also, I would really lean in, particularly for Irish artists, I would really, really lean into your culture and your heritage. It really is such a special thing, and it's something that only we can share and ensure the kind of longevity of it. So I would really, have that be pride of place in your art and in your work, because it has served me so much more than I ever thought it would when I first started out training. So that would be my advice, and it is not an easy road for sure, it's a long one, but if you love it enough, it's definitely worth it, so keep going. Megara from Instagram has asked, what souvenir do you girls take from home while on tour? Not sure it qualifies as a souvenir, but we have bags of tea going beyond us at the moment. We kind of thought we'd have a shortage, but I think we've overshot the mark a little bit. So bags of Barry's tea, although I believe Emma is a Lions girl and possibly Mairead as well. Tara's a decaf girly, so she has her own special box of Barry's tea. Irish chocolate is second to none. We've had a few suitcase loads of custard creams and treats come out as well from Ireland. So they're not technically souvenirs, but they're all very, very important. Perfect. Gonna pop back. Cool. I'm gonna do one more question from the Facebook ones here, and then if anyone wants to pop in some final ones here, I'll do those as well. Sorry, this actually isn't from Facebook, it's from Instagram. This is from Silly. Hi Silly, great to see you or hear from you. Do you have a Celtic Woman dream solo song? I must say, I think I already answered this one, but I do think The Voice is one that has always been a bit of a dream solo. But also I'm so excited to do some kind of new, A Storm Korea is one that I didn't know prior to the 20-year celebration, and it's one that I just absolutely adore. So I'm so excited to look at new music and get our teeth sunk into those as well. Someone's asked, do you like Crunchies, the candy bar? Don't think I'm familiar with Crunchies, the candy. Oh, a Crunchy honeycomb, love. I actually went through a phase of being largely addicted to crunchy bars. They haven't been in my line of sight now for a while, so I've actually forgotten about them. Someone has asked, what is your favorite American food? You guys do good pancakes and good donuts, and I'm not even a donut girl, but I'm partial to an American donut, I must say. Okay guys, I'm gonna wind up, I think, unless there's any funny questions you want. Someone's favourite song is Isle of Hope, beautiful song. That actually is often playing in our pre-show soundtrack out front, so it's a stunning song. Great, guys, I think I'm going to leave it there. Thank you so much to everyone who sent in questions, for everyone who's joined me here live, sending you all so much love. We are coming into our final week here on tour. It's hard to believe, so I'm glad I got to answer some of your questions and yeah, give you a little insight as to what we do here. Sending you all so much love, sending everyone at home so much love. Looking forward to seeing everyone when I get back, and we'll see you all very soon. Take care. Bye.